So we're taking your questions, your comments concerning the topic and relationship issues. And before I had to go on that break, I was midway through a WhatsApp message from an anonymous texter. So I'll just read again for those who are just tuning in. It's okay, you're welcome. Don't thank me too much. Good morning, Godini and Barrister Lumide. Please, a silent treatment in malice, because this lady says that her husband packed all her clothes from their master bedroom to their daughter's room because they had a disagreement, and she stayed on her lane. He always makes reference to past issues like 5 to 10 years ago. That's why she decided to do a silent treatment, because he doesn't always apologize, even if he's the one who offended her. And even at that, she still apologizes to him, but he doesn't forgive her. But she does wash his clothes, cook, etc. I mean,
that's the very definition.
So she's asking. So she this time she responded with silent treatment to him. So she's asking, is that malicious? What she did?
No, listen. You are being barraged, bombarded with malice. Someone who keeps reminding you of things you've done, who cannot easily forget. What do you want to do? Will you? There's a space for mental health. There's a space for self-defense to preserve your mental health before you go, and you have to shut down. You have to shut down, and that is the problem. You can hear everybody. This is the problem. How can you pack your wife's clothes away from the to say what? Madam, pack the clothes and go back to your father's house. What is that, a marriage? You pack her things from the matrimonial. So where is she married to the children now? That means she's there for the children. Please, you can't even bring that kind of something to me. For what purpose?
Let's see who our next caller is. Remember, you have 1 minute when you call, please. Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Tell us your name, please. Welcome. 1 minute.
Please, I want to answer the question Pastor Ladipo asked you.
Okay.
In fact, I didn't know why I asked you that question, but thank God for the way you answered the question. You see, Pastor Ladipo, those two people, those two couples, they are faking love before. When they have good job, have money, and when they have little trial, then now they have failed their marriage. Remember what Job and God and devil go through. When the devil went and said, God, why Job is respecting you, being this humanity, is because of all what he blessing with. God said, no, this man loved me from his heart. The devil said, no, it's because of the way you bless it. God said, okay, go and remove all those things, but don't touch his life. We know this.
Chief Ugochukwu. Can you hear me, Chief Ugochukwu? Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, Chief Ugochukwu, sir? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm taking this thing for you. Wait, I'm taking it for you. Very lovely response. Thank you, Chief, for talking.
5 seconds.
Okay, 5 seconds left.
Please, let's go.
Is it because you are carefulness or my carefulness that we are alive today?
No, it is the grace of God. It is the grace of God.
Thank you so much.
It is not that we know how to sleep and wake up, that we know the position to lie that guarantees that, okay, if you lie down like this, you will wake up tomorrow. It's God's grace.
99.3, good morning. Thank you so much for calling.
Good morning.
Oh, Des, hope you're well. You sound a bit low.
Okay.
Awesome. Very well, thank God. All right, let's hear you in 1 minute, please.
Yeah, thank you.
The truth is that everybody needs to marry who is hardworking or who is working, but this mentality of the man must always be the one providing, it goes a long way. I think, really and truly, if people really love each other, they should have each other's back. I don't care how much you have in your account. You don't care how much I have. But whatever we have is for both of us, and we use it for both of us. I don't care how much you bring into the family. You know what is needed. If you can afford it, you afford it on your own. Anyone I can do, I do. Whatever we do together as one. But whereby you want one person to always bring the money. That's where the issue is. And apart from that, many people marry for money. Many people, I will always say this in this program, they marry for money and what they do in bed.
I think that is the brain of Moses. That is the doctrine according to Moses. Thank you, Mr. Moses. Okay.
Thank you, Moses.
Thank you. Always, Moses is always like, people marry because of money. He always says that.
Thank you,
but here we're talking today specifically on marrying someone who has no work, or a lazy person.
99.3, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, my friend?
I'm great. How are you?
Happy weekend.
Same to you.
Oh, Gami, how are you, ma?
This is Joy calling.
Oh, yes, I can't mistake your voice.
Everything. Do you know what happened from the school?
In 1 minute, please go ahead.
So they were just talking about who divorce, who do this. A young boy, where he never know in front, he just get up, he say, somebody, people that divorce will not make heaven. I said, what did you say? I said, what did Jesus do to that woman of Samaria? Did he tell him to go back to his husband? If that marriage was so important, how many marriages Jesus settled when he was in this earth? So, and I said, Pastor, this is what you are teaching these people. You better teach them the right thing. People are dying in marriages, suffering. You said there is no divorce. I said, okay, what happened in that scenario? If the pastor was shocked.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much, Joy. I have to let you go. That was over 1 minute. You know, I want to see your face, Joy. I'm just curious.
Honestly,
to put a face to your voice.
Maybe one of these days we'll have
yeah.
Any marriage that threatens your existence is unlawful. Life is more important than marriage, because your life is why Christ came, not for your marriage. So any marriage that threatens your existence, your peace of mind, your sanity is unlawful. Quote me anywhere.
All right. Let's see. Let me take another call and then I head over to WhatsApp. 99.3. Thank you so much for calling. Hello? Hi. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. This is Akibe on the line.
Akibe, welcome. 1 minute, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want the pastor or the lawyer. So first of all, analyze the basic responsibility of a man before adding just one feather to 16 feather. That he should know that a woman is made out of man with just one rib. And you want that one rib to work harder than 16 ribs or 13 ribs. If the ribs are made of 14, one is taken away. Now you want the one rib to carry the responsibility of 13 ribs. How do you view that? And what is the God's statement to regard to man and woman as a family? He said a man who cannot get out for his family. Is it not there in the Bible where it's mentioned that you must have to work? What the God says that he said a man who cannot get for his immediate family, his work and his children. Does he or who to say not care for his family?
Okay, so
does he have a chance on his wife to go and take tomatoes and his profit to feed on?
I'm a bit confused.
Now, please let me respond to you, Madam Aibe. I think that for 2 years I have indulged your comments. As you will call the show to tell me what to say, you will call the show to tell me what to do. You don't listen, you speak. You are telling us how many ribs are in the human body that you are saying there is one rib in a woman's body. There are 12 ribs on every side. Listen, there are 12 ribs on both sides of a human, making 24. So where is the one rib? You bring strange doctrines. You speak strange doctrines. I don't know where you get your stuff from. But now, let me tell you, madam, I have endured this, your Onyinye. When next this woman calls the show, I am not going to listen. I am not going to speak. So unless you are going to speak to her, I will say, at least I have that right. I will not listen. What kind of, where do you get all this? Where do you get, I will not respond to her. Do you understand?
I actually got confused listening to her. I was not sure if
Let her not call my show. Let her not call my show because I've endured this nonsense for two years.
I wasn't sure.
She calls and she will call me by name. She will call me telling me you did not tell this. Can you imagine this? We are talking about people work. So your own doctrine is to tell women not to work? Is to tell women not to do anything? I pity people that will listen to you. You said you were a pastor. The other time she called, she said she has not sinned since she became a Christian. And she has not committed one sin. After the show is Uncle Jimmy's show. Oh, sorry. Uncle Jimmy banned her too from the show. I don't know. I think
that's quite petty.
No,
I was
looking at Uncle Jimmy and I was saying Uncle Jimmy.
I'm a tad confused by Anibe's comment because I wasn't sure if she was agreeing or disagreeing. Or
how do you say that there is one rib?
Because from the beginning with the rib aspect, I mean, everyone should work, male or female.
Please let's go on with the show.
The same Bible talks about the Proverbs 31 woman, and one of the highlights of her is that she was a hardworking woman, she was virtuous.
If she calls,
added value, which is basically what working does. You're adding
Proverbs
value.
31, and you come with strange doctrines. I mean, who is this?
I was confused.
Who is this?
But thank you for calling. Anyway, I'm going to take WhatsApp messages.
I would raise my voice. I'm not going to talk. No. Don't pick a call here.
Hi, Odiechi. So my guy here. Speaking of names, this is WhatsApp. I had a friend or friend/classmate in secondary school by name Ekoma and Eboinga. Got to uni, had a friend/classmate by name Nkama and Abiaga. Came to Lagos, started listening to Nigerian Info, met an OAB by name Ekoma and Nkama. Oyi, your name has been following me all my life. Is this a sign? Maybe it's a sign you come and invest in my business. Yeah? Maybe that's a sign. So my God, what do you think? Kill it, feel. How do you feel about it? Oyi, good morning. Tell my brother Olumide that pregnancy to marry comes from the African church culture. You can't have a child outside wedlock. It's a popular refrain. If it's good to have sex with, it's good to marry too. You didn't tell me your name, but that's your message. Good morning, Marista. Please, I have a question. This person says that she's in her late 20s and she's currently seeing a man who is in his late 40s, but she doesn't love him. Now he's asking for her hand in marriage because she's scared about his age. He's 20 years older than she is, and her parents keep pushing her to settle down, saying women are like flowers that fade.
Forget that.
She's confused.
That her life will not fade. At least she has a life. Let the flowers still be alive. It's not. No. 20 years. No. What's the rush? No. 20. No. Forget.
Whoa. All right. An anonymous texter again. This person says that her sister is currently with her because of constant abuse from her husband. This sister was doing well years before marriage, but her then fiance asked her to stop her business because he didn't like the business, not knowing he wanted to render her jobless for control during marriage. The past almost 5 years have been constant pain and abuse for her. After deep consideration and fear for her health, the last provocation from her husband had prompted the family to ask her to leave. Men or women that see the progress of their spouses as a threat to their happiness in their homes are the devils themselves. Can't wait. Oh, this is actually a man speaking. Okay, so he's accommodating his sister. He's saying that he can't wait for his wife to, walk into the auto car and buy when he
I'm telling you, it's a BM
right?
for me.
Let me not
talk.
Good morning. People shouldn't marry those who do illegal jobs like Yahoo, Android, etc.
I mean, that goes without saying. That is not a job.
But it's sad because some girls, they used to look for those ones because their money used to flow unrealistically. So really sad.
In fact, the boy sent me the picture, a video of his girlfriend breaking up with him because he's not into Yahoo. She actually got him a laptop to do what his mates are
Wow.
doing. And he said, what do you?
Can
And
you
she
imagine?
broke up with him. So there,
It's
you see,
good,
there are
good
different.
riddance. Good riddance for
No,
him
he was
because she
actually
was-
he almost wanted to commit suicide because and I'm like,
Can you imagine?
you know, when you grow up, call me back. These are things that people marry for different reasons. So that one can understand why losing a job can cause a spouse saying, I can't do this anymore. Do you understand? I can't suffer what my mother suffered. They start bringing generational problem into a social issue.
That message was from Haruna from Agric, Ojo local government area. He concluded it by saying people should know the jobs their husbands or wives do for a living before saying that they do to them in marriage for life. Sammy Jackson from Ikorodu says, good morning, Barrister Nini. I love the way you've explained today's topic of laziness. Many so-called men of God were not like this, but it's the truth. Remember a particular church that sacked 40 pastors sometime last year. If the pastors had their vocational jobs, they wouldn't have paid them that much. We head back to the phone lines. Good morning, 99.3. Hello, can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for calling. Can I know your name, please? I can hear you, yes. What is your name? I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
I want to what is his name again?
Olumide, a barrister, yes. Or a lawyer.
It's Madam Ahibe. Even say me, I'm angry with that. There was a time that we were talking about doing that election. There was a topic that we were brought up. So when she did that topic, I was very, very angry, and I called. So there's a way that I don't know where she's bringing her own point. Please.
Alright, thank you so much. It's okay. Thank you so much, but I'm gonna have to let you go because thank you. So let's refrain from bashing other people. You don't agree with someone's comment, that's okay. You don't have to bring it on radio for the rest of the world to hear, okay? Let's please cease from mentioning names.
To be fair, who really doesn't? Do you know? I'm just trying to forward some messages to you, people talking about Mrs.
It's okay.
Just,
that's
it
fine. We
make
don't
sense.
need to highlight.
Let's
it's okay.
move on. Yes,
We don't need to. So please, to everyone else calling, sending messages,
that,
I won't read any message specifically tailored to a caller's comments. I mean, please comment on the issues, not people, unless you know.
But that's it. That's it.
Yeah, so
for her calls.
Thank you, everyone. Well, that's already your call.
I'm telling you, except if you would answer, I will talk over it. I will talk over it. I have that right. You can't. I can't be bullied to pick.
No, you don't have to talk to her.
And I will talk over her.
I
will talk over it.
It's that's my call. Okay, that's my call. All right. So don't worry. You don't have to handle it. I will handle it. I'm here for that. That's okay. Sincere apologies.
Yeah, that was that.
9.3. Good morning. Thank you so much for calling. Tolu, thank you for calling. Of course, 1 minute, please.
Getting married, you know the essence, the sense of purpose she gets from working. So even if the woman marries a millionaire, she will still want to work. And then how do we play our role as helpmates when we don't work to support our husband financially, even when they seem not to need it? And then the lady that called Ashesi she's in her late 28, that she wants to get married to somebody. You cannot afford to marry somebody that you do not like. And I want to suggest, I got married at 37 and I got married to a man younger than me. And I realized that when I was 34, many younger guys were around me that I could have married. So as ladies grow older, they should consider marrying younger guys, because most of the time your age mates are getting, they are all married or they have children. And if you don't want that, you don't go for younger guys. When they know you are older, they respect you and they actually see a supporter and marrying somebody you meet or you older than you. They should consider younger guys.
Oh, thank you so much. You should have said Olumide's face while you were speaking.
You know, that's bold. That is bold. Thank you for calling. I got married at 42.
Should we rephrase for you?
No, I don't.
Do you want to say something? Is that on your mic?
On my let us tell the August visitor and please Wednesday. And the August visitor in our
Alright, morning everybody. Life is about choices. And the less rules you set for yourself, the less hard rules you set for yourself, the better you will be. What do they say? They say if life gives you lemon, you make lemonade out of it.
Yes.
People, Tina Turner married somebody who is, I think, close about 10 years younger than she is. And she's a happy woman today, you know, for it. So you need, what you just need in life, generally, what you need in life is, as long as it is within the decent parameters of life, make your choice and move on with it. So whether the man is older or the woman is older.
Uncle Jimmy, do you know this footballer Ashraf, whose wife wants a divorce?
If he does, yes.
Do you know she's 12 years older than he is?
Yeah.
But the boy, who ran the boy, he put everything in his mother's name. There's something to learn from that, though.
Tell us your perspective. I want to know your perspective on it.
He's a sharp guy, you know. He's a sharp guy because he must have seen something. To be honest with you, sometimes as a man, you find yourself in a relationship with a woman in which you know that, you know, this is not going to end well. So he must have anticipated it. And if the woman is 12 years older, that rings a bell.
And she's also rich. I heard that she won an award for being the richest.
But he must have seen something
that this woman would ruin.
Yes,
maybe it's the trend, you know, that part of
you know, sometimes you get trapped in relationships. It could be, you know, the intimacy and so on and so forth. When that thing hook you, but there's a part of it that will tell you that.
I have a special delivery message to read. This one is coming in from my personal WhatsApp. You know, my personal WhatsApp. British people listening. It says, "Oh no, me did my dad. Please calm down. I don't need to sell tomatoes, okay? Because that won't buy your Bentley. So don't mind XYZ, your babe or like it. Please shake that shekere for me." That's a WhatsApp message from Olumide's wife. Oh my goodness. The Bentley is calming. She said you should calm down. Don't worry. One day I'll hear, you know, Bentley, the engine is loud. So inside the studio they started, I'll hear vroom vroom. I say, I was good. And I'll not see they will get to the studio. That's 9.3. Good morning. Who's on the line, please? Good morning. Thank you so much for calling. I'm sorry, I didn't hear your name.
I think I heard Grandma Molara.
Hey, Grandma Molara, welcome. Your line is a bit squeaky. Let me hear you speak one more time. Hopefully, you can hear you. Okay. Okay, no problem. Go ahead, please. We can hear you now. 1 minute, please.
Good morning, ma'am. Hey, Carol.
To sing happy birthday for Uncle Jimmy. Easter Sunday was his birthday. He ran away.
He's even in trouble. Now that you have informed me, I have to remove his shoe.
Interesting.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much, Grandma Molara. We appreciate you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Voice to men, no.
Happy birthday to you, Jimmy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Of course, I'm sure you get more of that on your own belt, which is coming up in a little over 30 minutes, so stay tuned for that. 99.3, good morning. Who's on the line, please?
Hello?
I can hear you. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Thank you so much for calling. Yes, this is her speaking. Yeah, on to the right channel.
Amen.
Sunday, welcome. 1 minute, please. All right.
Good job that you are doing. You shouldn't bother what anyone is saying, because this is very nice program to encourage people and to educate people on what to do. Women are suffering, men are suffering, even their children they gave birth are suffering as well. But if there's anyone like you that will educate them on what to do, how they should live a good life, that the family will be raised up, family will be in peace. So you shouldn't follow any other person that wants to frustrate the program and their life. Keep going. The Lord will continue to.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sunday. Calling on a Saturday. Just hardly driving. I'm sorry. Apologies. The music I'm always people that bugs me. Alright, good morning, Brastan Uniechi. Good job to you, sir. As it is advisable not to marry a jobless person, is it also advisable not to date a jobless person?
You know, dating leads to something. What are you dating the person for actually? What quality? Then something happens and then they become pregnant, and then what happens? So they say, continue, what you will not eat, stop sniffing. You understand? You lay your foundation, don't be just shooting around. Go for what you are looking for. Yeah, be intentional.
This message is from Ebuka from Uyo. Ebuka says, you just talked about his parents' issues, a woman basically being the head of the family. Ebuka says, it was sad. Onini and Barsalumide, you have been educating us via this medium. Let people who have ears hear, let them hear. Religion has outlived its usefulness in Nigeria. It is a commercial venture. You can tell me your name. Another message. Good morning, Barasal Onini. Every day is an eye-opener on this program. God bless you. Thank you. What is the time right now? Okay. We're good on time.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Damien from Shogunle says, good morning, Barasal Lumidi and Onini. Barasal Lumidi, I would disagree with you on the issue of getting a job. Getting a job is misleading, I guess, with the open phrase, get a job. Those who deal in illicit drugs and frauds also boast that they have a job. While we deal in drugs, and fraud to destroy other people's future and still claim they have a job, thus qualified to get married. Please, I think the phrase should be get a legitimate job. I'm always looking forward to hearing from you every Saturday.
Please, we can't be that petty. We can't be that petty. When they say, what job do you have? Can you say drugs? Well, we can't be that petty. Well, you can construe it in whatever way you choose. But get a job. When we're talking of jobs, we're talking of vegetarian. That goes without saying. Let's move on.
Greenish says, marriage is not by force, it's by choice. People should not die in what they know want to work. Olumide and Onini, this program is talking about me. I've tried all things for her to do business. The business keeps dying. She doesn't care whether profit comes or not. She talks to her customers anyhow. In fact, she can't account for 350,000 naira within a month now. He says he's fed up. He's flogging himself deeply inside. He has discussed with her, but she feels that he's disturbing her. He keeps spending day by day, even with the investments he made for her. She can't do simple accounts of how she sells and spends.
It was a phone call so that I would ask him what was she doing before they got married and he started investing. She was doing, I can bet 100% that she wasn't doing anything. That is why you cannot invest in nothing. It will bring zero. Anything times zero is zero.
Good morning and happy weekend to Onini and Barsalumide. It's another Saturday of you putting us, your listeners, through the right paths and ways to go. God will not cease to fulfill his promises for you. God bless you. That is from Sheikh. Thank you, Sheikh. Good morning, Onini and Barrister. I really enjoyed the show. Please, I would like Barsalumide to come to my small church in Ibadan to talk to us. It will bring more light to many things.
Okay, please, you can reach out to me on my private mail.
You would get his contact before the end of the show, so stay tuned. Daddy White sends a message saying, good morning, Olumide. Thanks for that wonderful answer given to Pastor Ladipo. To advise someone else, you must be articulated and more experienced in the field. See how, okay. 99.3, good morning. Thank you for calling. Hi, how are you doing today? Christopher, welcome. You have 1 minute, please.
Yeah, I just want to correct some impression that I had this morning.
Alright.
Number one, the barrister, he talked this morning that we should be careful about people who always make reference to the past. And a woman was talking, this woman, the way I heard her voice, she's like an old woman. And those days, there are certain ways they used to tame us. And I don't know why you cannot be patient to correct her, because she's ignorance of this thing that we are discussing. Be patient enough to receive her and correct her. Let her understand that what she's talking or what she believes on is not the right thing.
All right, Christopher. Finally, please.
About the woman of Samaria, that Jesus did not say this thing. That woman was not married to any of those men. She just stayed with the 5 men. She didn't marry them as
Sir, you did not read it, but I have to even come in there. Jesus said you had 5 husbands. How can you have a husband without marriage? Please go and read it well, sir. They were married. Will abuse what, please? More than one wife. I don't get. Sorry, I'm lost.
I think
the Bible saying you can marry more than you can't marry more than one wife at a time. I don't know.
If you are just tuning in, or let me let you go ahead.
So he said that I should have been more patient with our caller. Now that something about being. There was a time Jesus took a cane and went into the temple and flogged out all those selling stuff. There was a time he referred to the scribes and Pharisees, knowing that they were as old as his father, called them a brood of vipers and told them that the kingdom of heaven is far away from them. There are times you correct people. There are times, and I have been doing that for 2 years. But when it now becomes incorrigible, when it becomes something that has to be confronted, I will confront. The wisdom of Solomon has nothing to do with the age of Methuselah. So wisdom is not in age. What you need to do is correct people, because other people are listening to her on this platform. And what she was bringing, almost everything she has been bringing are extra scriptural, quoting what was not in the Bible. She said that the Bible says it's only men that should walk. It is not written there. When you look at Proverbs 31, it says a virtuous woman has a job. In 2 Thessalonians, it says, whosoever will not walk, not a man that will not. Everything is telling both man and woman to walk. And she is saying a woman has 1 rib, a man has 13 ribs. Where is that from? In biology, that is not even accurate. I think a man has 12, everybody has 12 ribs on each side. So where is all the, I think enough is enough. Enough is enough. So sorry about that if it offends you, but I'm not going to suffer with that.
Okay, I'll get to this message in a moment, but if you are just tuning in, you are listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info, and we are discussing relationship matters on Relationship 360. My name is Oluniche Kumakama. My guest's name is Oluniche Kayode Omoshibi. I'll reel out the phone numbers again. and the WhatsApp number and the different platforms you can send messages through. Alright, if you'd like to call, it's 0700 993 993 993 0700 993 993 993. For females, your number is 01465 7190 01465 7190, and on WhatsApp it's 0809 597 5845. Twitter at Nigeria Info, Skype as well at Nigeria Info. A WhatsApp message from, I guess you wanted to remain anonymous. Hello, Sir Olumide. Good day, sir. Please, how does one relate with a husband who got a married woman pregnant and they have a son now? Her husband thinks it's his son. She has 2 children for her husband, or she had 2 children from her husband before the son. This texter says that she only found out about this 10 days ago, and the man is not remorseful.
It's up to you. It's up to you. Whatever decision you take, nobody can blame you. Everybody has a break point. Every object has a boundary. Even the heavens and the earth, there is a boundary. So what is your boundary? What is it that you can take? What is it that you cannot take? Don't let other people tell you what you should take, because they are not in your condition. So if it is too much for you to bear, then. But if it is something you can handle, it's a little much. Now if it was even single, we would, but a child with another married, it's just, and not remorseful. It's up to you, man. Whatever decision you take, nobody can blame.
99.3, good morning. Who's on the line, please?
Hello.
Hi, thank you for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Chris.
This is Chris.
Happy birthday, sir.
Yes, Chris.
You said you want to speak Madam Joy.
Yes, I do. I do.
Whenever you are ready, I have my volunteer myself.
Really?
Drive down to her place.
You want to see her? Oh, thank you so much for the offer, Chris. I'll let you know.
Madam Joy for me, right?
You actually do.
At the law, I put it to the law. I put it make that trip and fix that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Madam Joy, show you here. You're a wanted woman.
Oh, I hope you are ready for us. I am Madam Joy when we storm your house. 99.3, good morning. Hi, thank you so much for calling.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jobless. I'm calling from Yama.
Welcome, Innocent. You have 1 minute, please.
What I want to say is concerning the woman that called. When barrister shot, you are doubting that the woman, you didn't understand what the woman is the woman is saying about. You are giving an example of if they take one ring, somebody take one ring out of from free. Take out one and give to person, they cannot be the same. It doesn't mean that the woman should not work. She is working. She only said that she's working. She doesn't say that woman should not work. She's just giving an example. And it's written in the book of Genesis. That Adam, it's not the woman that read the Bible. It's written in the book of Genesis that he makes Adam to fall a bit sick and he takes one ring out of him and declares the woman. It is written in the Bible.
So, sir, are you telling me that if they check the anatomy of a man, he will have one rib that is missing? Thank you very much. I've heard you. Thank you.
Okay, calm down. Calm down.
Thank you very much, Mr. Innocent. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Innocent. Have a nice day. Yeah, thank you for calling. Yes.
Thank you. 99.3, good morning. Who's on the line, please? I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Madam from Badagry. That means first child.
Yes.
First female. Amen.
Women are supposed to work more. You know why? The handwork of men are cursed in the Bible. You will labor before you get it. But women, it's only childbearing they suffer for. If you touch money, if you touch anything, according to the scriptures, you prosper more. So as a wife, you're supposed to work. And God will bless your work faster. I have my own land, I have my own house. My husband is working. See, when I see a lazy woman, it pisses me off. In our church, we have a group of women. It is a crime for you to ask your husband to give you money for food. That does not mean your husband will not breathe. But how can you be asking your husband money for soup? You cannot cook? For what? Please, let's leave all these things we are talking. That's what the days of my great grandmothers, where their husband would put them as a slave in the house. Not today, we go out.
Thank you. And for you.
Thank you very much, Madam.
Thank you very much. Quickly moving on. Sincere apologies. 99.3, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Only my sister, my in-law.
Hey, Igwe Victor, good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
I don't want them all that drinking one. I don't finish all the conversation.
I don't know why people will always call on radio and say things that infuriate people, things that make somebody to be angry. God bless you. I don't want them. God bless you. Barrister, if anybody continues to say anything that doesn't want coming on the radio to talk anything, those are the people who pervert justice and always try to incite people to be docile and idle in their way of life. If anybody counters anything that you have been doing to promote good in the families and well-being of marriages, that person is not a Christian. People.
It's okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It's like I think I should play some nice, cool music so that everybody will step down first before I pick any other phone because people are upset. All right, let's calm down. And let's please, I beg you, try to make your comments and leave every other person I beg for. Please, things are Jobless. Phone line, should I come back to you? Do you promise you'll be calm? I hope you will be. 99.3, good morning. Thank you for calling.
See, I don't understand, but don't cut me off, please. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Welcome.
Hey, can I hear you?
Right.
Just, I don't see me. Well, let me just not talk again. I have a question, Mr. Olunde, and it's something that is a bit personal.
Okay. Go ahead.
And how can you know I'm a single mother, so I want to talk on behalf of someone. Now, if someone is somebody that works before very well, is somebody that is hardworking and all the rest, and the job is no more there, is it right for that person to just shut everybody out? That's one.
Please, I don't understand though. You have to be a bit more that. She was working before, she doesn't have. Job. Because of. What do you mean shutting everybody out? It doesn't talk to people again. You know, people have different ways of handling trauma. Some people keep quiet, some people start drinking, some people start fighting. So maybe that is his own defense mechanism. So no, you don't have to stay off. It's he that is staying off. You don't have to stay off. You can just make him comfortable enough to talk. He's looking for work. Oh yeah, bring your CV, let me help you look for. It doesn't even necessarily mean he must. If he has a skill, if he has a talent, you understand. You know, encourage him there. His encouragement. As long as not yes, ma'am. Amen.
While waiting for car warming,
she buys me a Bentley. Not a problem. I won't even switch off the engine when I come to radio. Okay.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Uncle Jimmy is a secret agent. To find his house, he will need DSS.
I'm trying my best to see a lot of messages because the messages I don't want to read. Good morning, Barrister. Please, okay, this is not the first message, but I know that I would be identified as Good morning, Barrister. Please, I want to encourage that you should try and limit the use of the word pack your things and go split or move on, so that it won't be like you're acting against marriages as much as you're trying to improve marriages. People can take a break from marriages and take stock how far they've gone when things aren't well. Just a thought from Tim.
Thank you for your thought. It's your thought. It will be your thought.
Why so passive-aggressive?
No, it's his thought. You can't tell me how to talk, but
this
it's
is
your thought.
Yes,
I understand. But when you've been to where some of us have been, when you've seen what some of us have seen, you would realize that life is more important than marriage. So I get just a little ticked when people are talking as if a person's life is not more important. Was it last week that we dedicated to Osinachi? I think that's the most popular that everybody knows. But you don't know the little ones that every week, we are seeing. And you're saying, pack up your... What do you think people are going through? You think it's a joke? You think it's a joke? When you see what is out there, you think it's a joke. It's easy for me to say your life is more important to me. Do you understand? It's very easy for me to tell you that as long as you are okay. Marriage is not the determinant of whether you will make heaven, or God will not ask you for your marital status when he wants to judge you or when he wants to answer your prayer. Marriage is just for the benefit of man. It's for your pleasure. And when it becomes your pain, then there is a problem.
Alright, a lot of WhatsApp messages are on the issue I don't necessarily want to highlight, so I'll take some more phone calls while I sleep through them. 99.3, good morning. Thank you so much for calling. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Good morning. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, let me take another call. Hello, good morning, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Who's on the line, please? Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from, please? Faith, could you please turn off your radio? I can hear feedback. Alright, Faith, please turn off your radio. I can hear some feedback. Alright, in 1 minute, let's hear you, Faith. Thank you for calling.
Yes, ma'am.
I can still hear your radio, Faith. Oh.
Amen. I can hear
it
from your voice.
Apologies for speedy healing in Jesus'
Thank
name.
you that even in your sickness, God heal you. Please take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself,
Thank
please. Okay,
you.
eat,
I
rest.
appreciate. To even make a call with your condition,
Yeah,
I really
very
appreciate.
thoughtful.
Very
Thank you.
thoughtful.
Hello, 99.3. Anyone there? Another one. Good morning, 99.3 Nigeria.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi. Oh my goodness, who am I speaking with, please?
My barista.
Yes, so good morning.
Joy from Iba.
Amen.
You're blessed.
Amen.
I'm highly
Happy for what you are telling my people. God will bless you. You have worked very well for many homes that are dying. The love of God will continue to uplift you. You move higher and higher every day.
Amen.
Happy birthday to you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Joy. God bless you. Thank you for calling with so much joy in your voice, like your name. On WhatsApp, this message says some women actually become lazy because they don't want their marriage to work. For 11 years of this Texas marriage to his wife, he says she didn't do a thing, but now that they're separated, she does a lot for himself. Wow. Adi from Ikorodu says, okay, I think I'll chill. I saw that message in private. Alright. Sex is another big issue that can lead to divorce in marriages. Some women don't like sex at all. Then what are you doing your masters in the bedroom? Go and leave the children. Out of context. So this is basically responding to the issue I mentioned earlier when the man carried his wife's things to their daughter's room. And I think it's quite disrespectful to comment completely out of context and assume that that is the case, except you're speaking generally if you are.
Okay. Do I have 1 minute to wait?
We have time, but you know what? Just do your round off and then take more comments afterwards.
Okay, I'll try to, because I'd like to hear some more calls. Thank you everyone for listening. Sorry if I went off on our caller, but that has been, I would say, it had been coming, it had been on the way. I really would like people to be positively enlightened and not drag or try to dampen the message with various thought processes. So, sorry about that if I was to move. I want to thank, if you remember the case of Priscilla that I brought to the station, a woman who was promised a marriage that came all the way from Abuja, sold her things and came down here only for the man to say, well, the love did not grow and he doesn't want her anymore. After she sold everything, I brought her here and, it's now led to beatings. We have started the case of breach of promise to marry. And I want to specially thank some of us who sent messages offering her temporary accommodation. I want to especially thank Madam Mary Mature, who took her in. She was amongst about 5-6 people that called to give her temporary accommodation. You make me feel bigger than I am, that, without even speaking much, people actually felt the empathy to help her out. So she's Mrs. Mary Mature. God bless you for opening your home to her. God bless you. I really cannot, I can't thank you enough. I would also, well, my phone number for those that might want to reach out to me, their calls or WhatsApp is 0909 3214942. 0909 3214942 for calls and WhatsApp. I have, well, I would be kind of leading a demonstration on the 19th of this month, that is next week Wednesday, with some of my amiable colleagues to the Commissioner of Police's office in Ikeja, and also to the State Governor, the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, and these are the reasons. To the Commissioner of Police, we have a disturbing trend that over 72% of people that we have lost to domestic violence and abuse are people who at one time had reported to the police, but the police would always send them back saying it is a family matter, it is a family matter. And then when they die, the same police will now come to arrest the man that killed her. Must we wait till they die? Domestic violence and abuse is a crime, and police officers must be trained to respond to domestic violence and abuse. People that go to the police no longer have, and the various FSUs, you have police officers shaming women and men. There was a man that went with me, I told him to go. The policeman said, how can you as a man come and be saying that your wife is beating you? You don't get shame? So is it until he goes back to beat the woman? So this is the problem we have. Policemen must be trained to respond to domestic violence and abuse, because we are killing each other. We buried 36 people in 21 days of March, and we are burying our children. The police must move in. The Commissioner of Police must give direct instructions to all cadres of the police force to treat domestic violence as a crime and not a family matter. Officers that send back people must be disciplined. It must be mandatory to report cases of domestic violence, and things have to change. We are losing too many people. Then to the office of the Governor of Lagos State and the Attorney General, the laws that govern domestic violence and abuse are almost engineered not to work. The family court sits just once a week, when we have almost 40% of cases arising from family matters. To get a protection order, even from the Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, it took them 1 year to get a protective order for someone. Wouldn't the person have died? Protective orders must be granted within a week, maximum 2. Emergency care orders for those that their children have been abducted by vindictive spouse must be given within 2 weeks. Family courts must sit all the days of the week. It's not until now, listen, this is the problem. We are now going to self-help, because we actually have a right to defend ourselves. Now, when society breaks down, that all of us are now, because the police wouldn't help, the courts wouldn't help, even to get custody of my own son. I was in court for 2 years and 6 months. Who has that money to be in court for 2 years and 6 months? Who can afford that? Things have to change. So next week, Wednesday, by 8 a.m., we will be at the office of the Commissioner of Police, and by 10 a.m., we'll be at Alausa. If you want to join us, you can split to either of the venues. Alausa will be very important, because there we would address the governor, we would address the Attorney General and the Speaker of the House. They must make laws. One thing is that prosecution of domestic violence must not be on the victim. You would start, the victim will come and say, no, because they have come and I don't want to send my... It must be by evidence, not by victim. The victim should not be telling the police or withdrawing the matter, and that is how we are burying them. They will say, the person has come and she says she doesn't want to do case. I don't want to send my... It is no longer that. It should be by evidence. If you do it, you go to jail, not by sentiment. We would be there on the 19th. We would wear black, a black top, because already we have buried enough to fill a little community just in the first quarter of 2023. So, yes.
Well, I mean, you know that is also a subject that is close to my heart. So don't take off your black when you get home on Wednesday, because on Thursday you'll be here on Daily Digest. We'll give you 1 hour to state your case for that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when you are protesting, you tell them that on Thursday I expect you with 2 more people.
Oh, yes.
So we can.
We have some people.
The number, you see, the unfortunate thing is we don't keep records. Even if we did, there are far more people who are dying directly or indirectly from domestic violence than you and I would imagine. I can almost comfortably say it could be close to 1 out of 10, remotely or directly. How many marriages would you say are fruitful in the real sense now? But you see, the culture is you have to bear, you have to do this. So Thursday, that's my own culture. I can't join you on Wednesday. I'm banned by my children from protesting or anything now. They say they want to see their life. You know the season we are in. But on Thursday, this is my own constituency.
Thank you very much. It's a demonstration, a peaceful demonstration.
Peaceful demonstration.
There is no violence, peaceful demonstration.
Do you have a police permit?
We've written everything.
Do you have anti-tear gas?
Barrister Esquire.
Do you have anti-tear gas? I have something. I will give you.
In fact,
tear gas.
I just look up like this and we disappear. I collect.
So sad that we have to put these things in consideration when you want to carry out a peaceful demonstration in our society.
It's something that we just we will be there, and the commissioner of police, there's a new commissioner of police, and I see that he's also passionate in issues like this. So I know there will be police reforms. I'm so sure of that.
All right. Thank you so much.